This one's for you, you. Talk my shit. I'm a smart, icy Nick. My steez on 4 degrees. If you switch on me, you gon' feel my shoulder free. I be fucking up the block like I sell CDs. With my lunatic bitch, she thinks she Murphy Lee. I went from overseas, my hoe from Norma Jean. I got so many tribes, I call my bitches refugees. Count up so many racks, just ask my mama what you need.
I like the motherfucking World's Greatest Podcast in the
World 30s. Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday. Listen, man is 30. Make some noise for
We're all 30
Brother
here.
Musa.
We're all 30 now, guys.
Brother Musa is 30. He's here. He's loving life, himself, everything else.
Alhamdulillah. Shout out to guys, man. You need some good guys in your corner if you don't have any.
Love to hear. How was the birthday? Let's start there. How was the birthday?
Which weekend?
All right, let's start with Miami because you did take your talents to Miami.
Yeah, we did take our talents to Miami. Miami was an adventure. It was
Art Basel 2022 because, this would be,
Yeah.
let's get a quick recap and tell the people what you like, what you didn't like, what you vibed, how you didn't vibe.
Oh yeah, we were vibing, honestly. Charles was the minister of vibes. The guy had us eating like kings, man. Everywhere we went, we had tomahawks and
Yeah, the tomahawk steak at Le Chick was to die for.
It was. That was my first time experiencing the tomahawk too, and I enjoyed it a lot. That joint Le Chick was superb. And that was Friday night. That wasn't even the night we got there. So the night we got there, Thursday night, everybody got there. We checked out the Airbnb. Shout out to Charles for the Airbnb vibes. Pool, cornhole, multiple tables, beer pong set up. It was just luxurious. And then we leave there and we take our talents down to Wynwood. Yeah, we go to Wynwood. Go to Brick. Shout out Brick. Keep Brick in mind. And then and then so we go to Brick and we cooling it, and then we go to other few places, and then we end up at Tootsie's to end our night. Tootsie's was a hilarious experience. Shout out to the young lady. She's a hustler.
No. There was a nasty woman at Tootsie's. This girl was like 24. And I have no problem calling her a girl.
She was like 23, 24.
I have no problem calling her a girl. This girl gonna be in Tootsie's and gonna come to niggas and be like,
"You trying to make a movie?"
She said that to this nigga. She said, "You trying to have some fun?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "Aren't we having fun?" Literally response. She was like, "No, I'm trying to talk about real fun." I was like, "Yo, I mean, we're all having fun right here." She was like, "Nah, let's go upstairs and I can show you some real fun." I was like, "Aww." And then this nigga Boo told her I was married, so that she comes over like that was her shtick for coming over. Yeah. She was like,
because after I shot her down, she was like,
"Do you like eating the same thing every night?" That's what she asked me.
I didn't know she said that. She's nuts.
She said, "You like eating the same thing every night?" I was like, "Yeah, it depends on what it is." And she was like, "Nah, I'm talking about." And then she looked at herself and then she like went like, she went like this. I said, "Nah, I'm okay." She was like, "All right, what's your budget?" I said, "I'm okay." She was like, and then I said,
"What's your budget?" Is the first 3 lines.
Then I said, "What's your budget?" And then she said, 500. I was like, "Okay, 500." I was like, "For what?" She was like, "Whatever you want." I said, "Okay." I was like, "All right." And then she kept talking, and then she just wouldn't leave. And I think I gave her like $25 to move. I was like, "Please take this money and get away from us."
Yeah.
And then she left. So yeah, that was an interesting Tootsie's night for sure.
Yeah. And then so we leave there. We stumble out of there. It's around 4:35 a.m. Next day, Charles and Lloyd wake up, go see watch the World Cup jump. I'll take a dip in the pool ski. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a couple J's and whatnot. Chuck and Lloyd get back. We gather troops. Then we head out. And then we had We went to Lloyd's art installation.
Hey, shout out to Lloyd. His
Shout out
shit
to
was
Lloyd,
in
bro.
the actual
Like the
main
real jump, the convention center.
convention
my
Miami Center, like
Art
the
Expo
Miami
2022.
Art Expo Convention Center. I think 13 or 14.
Yeah.
His shit was in that joint, like legit. So big motherfucking noise to Lloyd Foster.
Facts.
Because last year he was at the private gallery. This year he was at the main expo. So
Yeah.
make some noise for fucking Lloyd Foster one time.
Shout out to Cousin,
Then
the art in there was amazing too. We seen some wild
we
shit.
seen definitely some good shit in there for sure.
Yeah, we seen some great art in there. We seen some dumbass shit too, like sand in the corner.
Yeah, there was definitely some. The ATM, that was in. That's where
the joint was.
That's where the joint was.
We didn't get to see it. I didn't get to see it
I
that
didn't see
day.
it either.
I think Charles and
No, Lloyd saw it the next day. He said,
Oh, wow.
I didn't see it."
Okay, so and then we left there. We go get something quick to eat, some tacos and shit.
Yeah, that was on South Beach because we went
Yeah.
down to like 19th or some shit.
Facts. We was on South Beach and shit. Well, the jump was on Collins, yeah, like so.
Yeah, no, the expo was on South Beach.
Yeah, so we left there and then we walked South Beach a little bit, got some tacos, left there. Went to La Chick, ate like kings, left La Chick.
Then we went back to the B&B.
I'm about to say shit gets blurry.
Then we went. That's when we got ready because it's Friday night.
Yeah, this Friday.
And then we went to Wynwood. So then, we went to La Chick on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We met Peach, and I linked up with my homie who worked for who a writer and shit. So we linked with him.
Oh, that's night.
Yeah. Let's leave it. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Just know, things happen sometimes. So we're gonna leave it at that. We're definitely gonna leave that at that. I'll tell the if niggas need details, I can give them details later.
Hey yo,
We're just gonna leave it at that.
hey Slim.
So
Goodness.
Friday, remember that's when we met Rodney Cousin. Yo,
Yeah.
I love the youth.
Yeah,
Young niggas,
the young
are,
niggas,
are so energetic.
they
bro.
fucking tender up.
First of all, this young nigga,
They are crushing that shit.
We go into this nigga's lobby because this nigga lives in like nice downtown Miami apartment, 25th floor.
Yeah,
We go into this nigga's apartment
amazing
complex,
view on the balcony.
and this man is like, there's a young lady who's in the elevator. He's like, yo, I know that girl, and we're like, huh?
No, I said I was getting off.
she's a nice looking girl.
I
He was
said,
like,
oh, she looked nice tonight.
and he was like, oh yeah, I know that girl. We like,
Huh?
what? He's like, yeah, on Hinge. And like, I was like, what? He's like, yeah, she was on Hinge, and we linked, and then I found out we lived in this apartment.
I'm by far intoxicated, so
like,
I'm indulging
what?
in
I was
all of the shit.
Lucas having all the conversations. I'm just like,
I'm just
I was
like,
like, you young niggas. Wild.
tell me more.
And they start talking. The man started telling us wild stories about Russian shawty. It was just too much.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. So we ended up going to Blackbird, and Blackbird was a vibe.
Blackbird was.
I enjoyed Blackbird. We chilled out. We maybe went to one more other spot in like Brickell, and then that was our night on Friday.
Yeah.
Because I think, that was Friday. So that was our night. Because we went to, what's the spot I just said? Blackbird, and then we went to one more spot, and then we left. Called it a night. I remember niggas was like, we going to another strip club. I was like, not 2 nights in a row. I'm tired right now. 2 years ago, definitely would have been 2 nights in a row, but I didn't really have it in me that night.
Saturday.
Now Saturday is when the debauchery is in full effect.
Oh man.
Because Saturday was
we were just ramping up, ladies and gentlemen.
Saturday was the get home, get ready to go home vibes. So during the day on Saturday, like we did
full rage.
I feel like we did nothing during the day.
Did nothing.
Oh, no, I lied.
We walked around, looked for weed,
No,
looked for food.
I lie. Because that's the night with the dancing with the ladies in the street, the salsa.
And then that was the night we met the young ladies from Rap Shit too.
Yes, so that was the map. All right, so that was the day.
Yeah.
So we went, me, him, and Bad went down, and we went to go cop some shoes randomly. Bad bought some shoes. I bought some shoes. Then we was on South Beach just vibing. Then we come back. Matt Barnes had a
They didn't have the
podcast
fours,
event.
unfortunately.
Shout out to Matt Barnes. He had
and Jelani McCoy. Me and Jelani McCoy randomly chopped it up.
Mook was in there chopping up big time.
Happy belated birthday to Jelani McCoy as well. His birthday was December 6th.
So we was in the joint and we was big vibing. Before we got to
Matt Barnes.
Before we got to the Pivot, because they did the actual live episode, but we was just in Wynwood.
We went to a pop-up. It's called the pop-up.
We went to the pop-up. We went to the Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Oh,
Food was to die for.
Tacos were crazy. I don't even like corn tortillas.
What else did we do? We just we linked up with Brother Dev down. We just vibing.
We hit a couple art exhibits that was down there too.
Yeah, we had some humble art exhibits that was in Wynwood.
Little private jumps.
So, and that's how you know the night was lit. I don't think we ever went back in the house.
We didn't.
So I think what happened was I ended up getting clothes. Oh, I never changed clothes. I bought the shoes and I had my shoes in the car, but I ended up not having to wear them. So I was rocking Crocs all day throughout Wynwood.
Sweats and Crocs.
Sweats and Crocs. We go to the Matt Barnes joint, still rocking the sweats and the Crocs. Vibing. And then after Matt Barnes, we like,
the white Matt Barnes joint was crazy because I
go to the rap shit, shorties.
Son, I go to the bathroom. They're on stage. I come back from the bathroom. And they're at our table.
Shorty was eyeing Mook the whole time. So let me set up the scene for you. They get up on the stage, and he doing a little interview with them, and we at the table just being degenerates, like the niggas is fooling back, doing whatever we doing. Shorty comes back. Mook isn't at the table. She comes back and puts her cup right at our table. It's me, Mook, Lloyd, Peach, Rodney, and Bab. And Miles isn't here at this point. She comes and puts her cup right there and walks off. Niggas like, okay. Still vibing. Still vibing. Shorty comes back, and we're talking, and she's like, "Oh, I was staring at your hat the whole time."
She comes back when I come back.
Yeah, she was like, I was staring at your hat the whole time. And then Peach was on it. Peach was like, "Let's get a picture."
Peach go at the joint you didn't. Well, you know Peach, he went at the joint you think he went
at the Abadi Caesar just looking at Shawty. And him and her, I got the photo on my phone with Peach. Peach, Mook, and the two rap shit Shawty. It was good vibes.
Good vibes.
So we finished that.
We shook hands. We met, salamed and all that because she was Muslim.
Yeah, they was
good
Muslima. They was vibing.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Ada. You know what I'm saying?
We leave there, and we're still walking Wynwood because, like I said, I'm wearing Crocs, a Hazy Thoughts t-shirt, and some sweats.
As soon as we leave that joint, that's when we start dancing on the corner with the little
Spanish. They remember they had this is the night they had the whatchamacallit party, because we go to dinner after this. They had the whatchamacallit party, the Everyday People's party, and it was fucking packed. Yeah. And remember the black shorty pulls up and says that shit to Peach? Yeah. She was like, she said some like, white man get out of here. And then Mook was like, whoa, chill out. We not on that tonight. I remember that.
I just stand up for my guy, bro.
So that happened. So then we go to dinner. And after dinner was to die for.
Bro.
That was the night. We didn't even have the tomahawk that night. We had the duck.
We had the duck. No, we did. We had some form of steak though.
Yes, we had the small plate steak.
Yeah, we had the small plate steak.
Yeah. That was yeah. The dinner was called something in Gary. Hold on. Yeah. I gotta give y'all the name because this spot was.
It was very clutch. And the
ambiance was a vibe.
I wish I remember our waiter's name, bro.
His name was like Will or something.
I think it was Will.
He was a good vibe.
Good man. He was fucking with us. Once he found out it was people's birthday at the table, he was just like, "Oh yeah, we good." I ain't order a drink there because I still had the straight whiskey from the Matt Barnes jump.
Bros, we was vibing heavy. I'm gonna see if I can find this name.
Bartender was fucking with us at the Matt Barnes jump, crazy too. I was like, "Oh yeah, make sure y'all go to a little short ball jump." That was your vibes, and we should have came. Little.
I can't find the name of the place.
It might have been triggering,
but I'm gonna ask Peach, and I'm gonna ask Peach, and I'm gonna find out. But the name, it was something Gary's.
Gary something Gary.
Shit was a vibe. Bomb. So after that, we like, yo, we going to Brick, and I'm like, well, we already went to Brick because we asked the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, we was gonna go there the night before and get a table.
We asked the nigga who our fucking waiter, and he was like, that's where they play black music. Because when we pulled up, you remember Brick on Thursday? They used to play all the... Bro, we went there this Thursday, straight Spanish. No black music to save your life.
That was a Dominican spot. You remember the back bar? Like the bar in the back?
It's a hookah joint.
It's a hookah bar now.
Like, it's just a hookah joint where you straight buy hookah. So we was like... So we was like, all right, bet. We going to Brick on Friday. We going back to Brick on Saturday. Cause Cuz told us we like, all right, we're gonna vibe
And
out.
Shorty at the door said the same thing. She said come back on Saturday.
She did say that on Thursday. So we pull up to Brick. You know, Peach, a legend, goes up. Is like, yo, we're getting the table. It's like, all right, bet. Peach cops the table. We vibing. We getting the vibes. And all the pictures you've seen of Mook super lit in Miami, those are from Brick on Saturday night. Those are where he's pointing at the. Those are all Brick. So we're in that joint.
Dancing on tables.
Shout out to Edward eBay. Edward eBay pulls up
Yeah.
to the function
Yeah.
and is like, oh, y'all. I'm like, yo, what's good, my nigga? He like, yo, nigga, I didn't know y'all. Yeah, I was like, yo, you know, niggas, we out here. Boom, boom. He like, shit. He in there with a few of his friends, and they come through. He cops the bottle, and now we at the table just lit. Like,
Crazy.
it's tequila, gin, and
Whiskey
now. Because, you know, we had the gin and the whiskey because, you know, real niggas.
That's what we do.
And then they come through with it. Bro, the shit was fucking crazy.
And then they just go on the Young Thug set.
Bro, niggas started cranking in that joint.
Hey,
The
yo.
ski?
Yeah.
Boys is vibing, bro. Boys is vibing tremendously.
Crazy.
And yeah, that was shout out Peach, shout out
Peach.
Rodney,
Shout out Rodney.
shout out Bab,
Shout
out Biles. Who else was in the joint?
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
You know what I'm saying?
I already said eBay.
Yeah. And that's
yeah,
it.
it was good. It was good better that night. Like we got it. We got it in.
I don't think I smiled that much.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
nigga. If you look at all the pictures, your nigga Mook is just cheesing from
cheesing.
ear to ear,
Just smiling.
just happy,
happy
to
fuck.
be here.
You with me?
happy to be here.
Happy as hell. And then, all right, so my actual birthday weekend, though.
Let's fast forward.
You know what I'm saying? Actual birthday weekend, though. Off on that Thursday. That Thursday, I ain't do too much. I was cool. I did get hit, though. Dolo probably, I feel like. And then Friday, met up with the guys. Cheryl and Foley pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying? And we started at CL, Rooftop Jump. Shout out Imani, greatest bartender. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me at least, nigga, I walk in and she just like, oh, bet. Like, I don't even got to tell her what I'm drinking. She already know. She just makes some whiskey concoction. And then I'm like, bet. And then she was like, who pulling up with you? I told her Shirley and Foley was pulling up. She said, bet. And then I sent her the money right then. And then no questions was asked. And the drinks just kept coming. They needed another one. Go talk to Mom. You hear me? And then we left there. Went to Alice. Shout out to Walt. It was his birthday as well on December 10th. Walt like Walt.
Oh, real niggas born on the 10th.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
Tequila Talk Podcast. If you're not sharp, go ahead and do that. And yeah, went there, cooled it for a second. Niggas took shots, and the shots was there. I seen a lot of people that we knew there. Shout Quadri.
Seen Quadri. Well, I'm gonna tell that later, but keep going.
Seen Quadri. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other people, but I was hit, shorty. I can't lie to you. So if I miss you, I apologize. And then Saturday, Good Man Nomadic, Good Man Tunes. We had the basketball jump. Boy, we got blasted.
I seen y'all. Y'all was y'all look like y'all had yourselves some time.
Boy, we had a time last night. And then step off from there. You know what I'm saying? Do my birthday Thug Thizzle. You know what I'm saying? And then I get home around like 4 a.m.
You was killing the 4 a.m.s, huh?
Boy, I had a time last night. And then yesterday, nothing crazy, chill. Woke up like 2. Woke up like 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Got my life right. Stepped out. Met Foley and Tyson. Got lunch with them right quick. And then left them. Went to one spot. Got a drink. Left there. Went to Liddy in the City. And then shout out Cuzzo Azel. He was on the mic hosting and jump. Walked in. Me and him took a shot. Had a couple solo drinks. Took a shot with Cuzzo before I stepped. And then was home. And in the bed by 11:30.
Sounds like a great birthday. A little 2-week powwow you had, buddy.
Man, you know, just reaping the fruits of my labor.
Stamp. We'd love to see it.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the guys. Charles Peach, Rodney, everybody made sure I had a great time in Miami. Way more than expected. And my brothers Omatic, Tunji, and everybody, Foley, Shirley, made sure I had a good time back home. And you know what I'm saying? That's all that mattered. I was around good folk, man. Just cheesing again. More cheesing. You hear me?
We love the fucking vibes. Yeah, so after the comeback from Miami, my December of fun is ending now. I went to the Burna Boy concert on Thursday, and that concert was something
different.
Yo, not too many times I've been in the Cap One Center, and it's been packed. Like, everybody is in there, and that bitch was packed. Like, your man's had the bowl filled, had all the seats filled. Your man's had that joint going up ridiculous. So big shout out to Burna Boy. That concert was one of the better concerts I've been to recently. So big shout out to Burna. So after Thursday, the next day we go to Atlanta. Atlanta was a vibe. So I get to Atlanta late on Friday night. And Keith made the point that there's a DJ every fucking where in Atlanta. In the hotel lobby, in the parking lot lobby of the restaurant. It's really a DJ every fucking where in Atlanta. And I appreciate that. Like, Atlanta's vibes, bro. Like, Atlanta is not a real place, but I like it.
Is it part of the simulation?
It might be the ultimate simulation. Like, it's just, and the thing about Atlanta, like, one thing I've always found interesting, at least to me, when I be in the South, is like the South gets a bad rap because it be endless white people hanging with black people in the South every time I be in the South. I ain't never been in the South and I don't see black people hanging with white people. So yeah, I know, like, yeah, they racist, but like maybe it's just an American thing. Maybe it's not a Southern thing. Maybe people should kind of like ease up on the like
An American thing,
the whole like Southern, racist. It's just like, yo, people be racist in America.
They have a Confederate monument in Oregon. What y'all doing, bro? Like, y'all was nowhere near the Confederacy. Y'all had nothing to do with the war either.
In region or in time.
Right.
So
yeah, like big love.
So like I think that's one thing I do think the South does get a bad rap about. Like, so it's like, yeah, I mean, people be racist in America. So like, I don't know what you guys expecting. So Friday night was a super vibe. I went to this downtown hotel, little lobby bar. Yo, just know, niggas was getting it. Like, this one nigga was out here having it up, like dancing. And then he was with the white shorty going for it. I was like, oh my God.
I love it. Save the last dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then the next day, me, Keys, and the wifeys, we went to fucking the Trap Museum. And the Trap Museum is a fucking vibe. Like, you know me, I love me a museum. And that museum is legitimately like, I think everyone should go. If you claim to like especially like new hip hop, like anything that has come out in like the last 15 years.
I was gonna say 20, but snap.
Yeah, I would argue 20, but like I don't know how many people are saying they listen to T.I.'s trap music and like that's something that they care about. They probably listen to other T.I. shit after. But yeah, if you really into like anything from Argo Migos on down, you should probably definitely check out that museum. Good shit. And then Rome, shout out to Rome. Rome had the function, a lovely house. He said it's an annual. His lady said it's an annual, you guys. So next year I'm expecting to see y'all there. Christmas party in Atlanta. Make sure you get your Christmas attire and be there. Also, we're having a Christmas party here. You guys are all invited. So if you watch the podcast, you're invited to the Christmas party here. Come through. Wear an ugly sweater. Or look at the smirk on Nomadic's face.
Did you see my? Did you see how I responded to the invite?
In the group text or on the actual?
On the actual site.
No, I don't go to that stuff.
I said maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm off that weekend, so I'm here.
I might be here. Who knows?
Why won't you be here?
I don't know. Maybe.
You're a pagan.
Not you're a pagan. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm about to say, just to make sure that you
makes no difference to me. Doesn't harm me. Words.
words don't harm you.
Sticks and stones, eh?
Yeah, I might be here. Who knows?
Where else would you be? That's what I'm curious
My
now.
house.
Just your house.
Yeah, the vibes are very minimal for me right now, man. I got nothing.
I mean, before I dig into my deep line of topics, explain to me why that's the case.
Well, I too had a birthday, right?
Yeah,
Happy
let's
belated.
Since
recap.
we last were here.
Yeah, let's recap, buddy.
But no, I mean, I'm just 30 now, bro.
I'm just 30.
And
now.
you know,
It's a nasty
it's
bag.
very
Man,
funny.
fuck
We
that.
had this conversation a while ago.
This is 30.
You really didn't have too much for
this adulthood.
the midlife crisis of the 30 bag when we discussed this at a Jasper's bar
Midlife crisis.
in like March, April ish. You really didn't give
I'm
a
stuck
fuck
on the
about the
midlife
30
crisis.
shit. I don't mean midlife, but you know, more so it was, you know, just a new decade of life. Just try and get shit together, try and get shit right. So my vibes are very minimal. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm ducked off. I don't want niggas to see me. I don't want to see niggas. Not niggas like my niggas, but I just don't want to see niggas.
Just people.
Yeah, so my vibes are minimal. I don't know if I feel like being in no.
But you're
no
not explaining
function.
to me what happened on the birthday that.
Oh, nothing. I mean, like, this is. I don't know.
You had a great birthday as well from the looks.
Yeah, I had a great time. But I don't know if niggas don't pay attention to me. Like, I feel like I was offering up the fact that I'm about to get low for the longest. Like, I just felt like ducking off. I feel like ducking off. I feel like being a figment of somebody's imagination. There's guys out here that niggas are alive, bro. You just don't know what the fuck they doing. They not on the net. None of that shit, bro. If
You think people know what you're doing?
I feel like I gave up. Well, not recently, but I just go back to the new decade, right? I'm just thought about my 20s. I'm like, bro, I put a lot of my life on the net. I mean, my nigga, this is on the net, right? But this is fine. I'll probably keep doing this shit. Maybe, you know.
What?
But moral of the
You're talking about
story,
the talking portion, right?
niggas was on the fucking, niggas was on the net, bro. I gave up a lot of my life, man. More discretion than me. Like, super discretion at this point, though. So I got nothing to give.
Nigga said respect his privacy.
Yeah, super at this point. But I'm here for the followers, the listeners and shit. But yeah, I might be, I don't know. I don't feel like being outside. I don't feel like.
Just drop the Gailey jump, bro.
So is there like? I mean, I know you got kids and shit. So is it because of that? Like, well, like there seems to be has to be like a reason why you seem to be wanting to like make this change or transition.
I
Or
mean,
Or am I reading too much into it?
might be.
Sworn they would have cut this lead.
They've been trying to fight. I mean, I do want to pour more into the kids. I feel like I'd just be, you know, sometimes, not even sometimes, man. They just be too attached to the phones and shit like that. Go in the crib, be on the phone. Let me spend time with the kids and shit, man. I just want to lock in, honestly. I'm just trying to lock in, bro.
Really? Growth.
Yeah, you see me. Y'all will see me. You know, I'm Cap. I'll probably be at the function though. Ultimately, though, like I'm not trying. You know, I'm not outside.
You want some?
I mean, I don't
don't
think
know.
we're gonna see you all the
This
time.
is a part of the new me as well, man. I really don't want
Okay.
to just be off the drink type shit.
It's Monday. We're recording.
Right. That ain't no logical reason.
I love that. This is listen.
This is growth.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I'm happy for you.
I drink for the occasion. I didn't even want to drink Saturday, but nigga, I was at the game. Why the fuck not?
You didn't want to drink Saturday?
Really didn't.
All right. Could have fooled me.
Yeah, I was.
Because we were right there.
I was locked in for John.
And he did it.
Right. Lost my parlay though.
Fuck it. He
Whatever,
won.
though.
Hey.
But I
Live to
mean,
fight another day.
these are the vibes for me. Respect my vibes.
So that's what you're acting from everybody to respect your vibes.
Man, you don't even have to respect my vibes. Personally, I really don't care.
I mean, people can inquire about vibes. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, respect the
It's
vibes.
my favorite.
Niggas getting old, man.
You think so?
Nah, but I think 30 actually validates all the shit that I've been saying now. Now I got the number to back it up. Like, niggas wasn't. You ain't do all this. You ain't lived X, Y, and Z. All this shit. You
Damn, this
in your-
nigga been waiting to turn 30 to be
You still
like,
in
To
your
get
20s.
his shit off.
get his shit off. Nigga been waiting.
Nigga been waiting to turn 30.
Niggas try to play me. I'm like, bro, kids age you, nigga. Fuck, I don't give a fuck how young I was.
Nigga said
Well,
trauma.
3
Did
years
that.
ago. I was like 30. Fuck it.
So the kids have aged you, is what you're telling us.
I would say yeah, but I don't, such as like,
Look, spry Saturday, my nigga.
yeah, it was free. I was happy seeing John Wall, bro. It was a joyful moment for me.
It was a joyful moment for you.
Yeah, almost cried.
You almost cried.
I watched a little.
He was very happy. I can stand. When they did the tribute video,
And that joint was trash. Too.
it definitely was. It didn't even come to the beginning of it, like during lineups.
That
Like,
was
the
like-
joke came like during the timeout.
So it was like a minute, if that. They botched it.
The
but
joke
whatever.
came during the timeout. I was like, y'all niggas are nasty. Shout out to the Wizards though.
He said shout out to the Wizards, though.
with the L.
With the L. Hey man, I went to go see them lose on my birthday. They did what I needed. No complaints here.
Fun game.
It was. They made it entertaining till the end. The very end.
It's a blur.
Son, I was looking at the final score and then looking at the video I posted with like 15 seconds left. Somehow the Clippers scored 7 more points. And I'm just like, hold on. It wasn't that much time left in the fourth quarter. They didn't go into overtime. What the fuck happened between the time I recorded this and put my phone in my pocket?
Blur.
Because they hit a 3 and then y'all called a time. Well, they called a timeout. I vividly remember that because I was sitting in my seat laughing.
Game was fun. It was lit. John brought the people out.
For sure.
Kuzma was
What
hooping
he say?
too.
It's still his city, right?
He definitely
Very
said
jokes
that.
though, because he just did a mid-range pull-up, and you talking about it's still my city, nigga. Like, relax, bro. It's the second quarter. I'm doing a midi.
Gotta
You
let y'all
banging
niggas
it's
know.
still my city.
You don't feel that?
Nah, I felt him, but I needed him in my parlay. That's ultimately what
I'm
it
about to
came
say
down
that's your real gripe.
I needed 15. He had 13, bro. Like, what is this, man?
feel
Simple, simple fucking math.
It happens. Well, I'm glad everyone enjoyed them. Listen, it seems like a good December. Everyone's enjoying themselves.
Had a great time. Been having a good time.
Vibes are high, so even though we're not gonna see you much on Matic, we love to hear that. We
I
love
still
to
want to see you, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on going anywhere. Like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna be around,
What
buddy.
about you, Shirley? Okay.
All right, so let's get to some of these topics. What do you? If I ask you, what's the most important? What's the biggest news that's happened in the last week or so? What would you say? Right on, Shirley. 2 points for Shirley. Free BG.
That's crazy because that's not the first thing that came to my mind.
That's
I
why
didn't
was the
wanna
first thing
say
that was gonna come to your mind.
Huh?
What was the first thing that was gonna come to your mind?
Morocco advancing to where they are in the World Cup.
Okay. We have something for that too. But
Okay.
we're gonna go free BG first because I
like
think
that.
that's a bit more on the scale of importance. I think
Basketball player for arms dealer is a crazy trade.
That's you're coming out guns a blazing. Okay.
He is
Nope.
right.
Nope.
Like, that's kind of
That's a crazy trade.
Hold on. So
What makes it crazy to me is the argument.
no, go continue.
All right, but I'm gonna just say, just like what makes it crazy for me is like Putin didn't move. Like this is the initial trade offer. He's just like, I start a war, they arrest BG, we get to negotiations. I want Victor. No, Putin, that's not happening. Say less. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and we going sit on this. Okay, we saying, sir, we go through the whole process. The entire judicial process in Russia. We go through all of it. Scrutinizing. Okay, say what you want about me. Yes. Mm-hmm. Troops not moving when the way y'all think I'm moving, all that. Uh-huh. Ukraine ain't doing what they doing. Okay. Ukrainian president gets caught by a Russian prankster. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he's French. Idiot. But okay, we keep going. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna sit on this. Boom. She said she's what, 3 months in her sentence? 2-3 months in her
10
sentence?
months.
10 months into her sentence?
Yeah, she been there since February.
Damn. All right, bet. 10 months into her sentence, almost a year. Biden feeling the pressure. He just like, all right. Hey, Putin, what you want? I want Vector. All right, bro, you got it. All right, say less. Say that. We got you. It's easy money. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I don't really know if that's how. Hey, I mean, maybe you know. You probably know better than me. I just.
I can stamp that's the initial trade offer. I don't know if these sequences, like this, how I stated everything is definitely an analytical sequence. But was that Putin's mindset? I cannot stamp. But if I'm him, definitely, I'm sitting on that. It's just like, bro, we at war. I need an arms dealer. Like, if anything, what are my troops missing right now? They need arms. Like, they not getting money. They getting sanctions. So it's just like, okay, bet. We get an arms dealer back home, baby, we up. He been sitting for 20 years inside. They ain't flip him.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was like 5 years or some shit like that. They made a movie about him. There's a Nicolas Cage movie about this guy, which I just found based off of him. Like, there's a movie based because he's a notorious guns dealer.
Mm-hmm.
My personal thing.
What's the movie?
I'll find it.
I'm a Nick
Look up
Cage
Nicolas Cage arms dealer,
I'm interested.
and you'll find the name of it.
There's certain series that been like his like characters have been based on him too though. The Blacklist actually has a whole episode about him. The John with Raymond Reddington.
Yeah, see the thing that gets me, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
The Merchant of Death.
Lord of War. All right.
That's one of his nicknames.
The thing about the BG thing for me, and this is just me personally, a lot of people on both sides know they don't understand the concept of everything that's going on. Like, they know they haven't taken the time to understand not just the conflict in Russia and Ukraine, but like all the layers as to why she would probably be there, why she is there, and all this and all the moving parts.
Russia was such a heavy leveraging bargaining tool.
I mean, well, I think that all plays into like American celeb like that. I think there's so many cultural, geopolitical things that are intersecting that I find it hard pressed to believe that people who can barely keep up with American politics
would know about world geopolitics.
Or just about the circumstances and details as to why. Like, because that's the thing. The why is more so, I think, with it. Because, like you said, it's crazy. Arms dealer for a basketball player. Like, that's the first thing I keep hearing people say. Because,
but I also know, like I stated, like, Russia needs arms in this war. And it's one thing that he's done previously is...
Yeah, I mean...
he's gotten them what
But once again, my thing is that, like, that takes into account you having... some sort of take on the war in itself, and most people are and this is where it go. This is where I go. I know
most people know about Ukraine war is that we keep sending them money,
and they're on the side of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So if Russia is fighting Ukraine in a war, and you just said that they just gave an arms dealer up and they need guns, and people are pro this because we got back an American citizen, well then something is in contradiction here. I mean, and that is just on a basic, like, nothing else but the basic. Mm-hmm. Arms dealer, war going on, trade swap. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. It's not that simple. So I'm hard pressed to believe, just me personally, that most people even care, not even like know, but even care enough to be like, hey, this is X, Y, and Z in here. I think most people are just like, they have a take on Brittany Griner, and it's much easier to get that take off. Like, she's like, most people are just like, why the fuck was she over there? She was wilding, and like, oh, she back, and that's basically about it. I don't think people care that much either way. I'm being 100 with you.
She's wilding for playing in the league that she won a championship in previously.
Look, most people are like, why is she over there? Like I think there's two sentiments. Why is she over there and she's allowed to be over there? Why did they lock her up? And so like you either fall into one of those two categories. I think if I'm making it very simple. I'm not even gonna do all that. I'm giving it two camps. You fucking with her and her right to be there, and she got done dirty, or
she got done dirty.
She shouldn't be there, and so those are basically the two sentiments that I tend to see the most when it comes to the situation. I just think that neither one of those sides actually has done the due diligence to be like, yo, this is what's going on. It's like, this is what I care about, and this is what I'm saying, and I respect it, but like, there's no need to be mean to other people. There's no need to call people names.
Oh, they calling people names?
Yeah.
What they calling names? The arms dealer?
Nah, like people who are like, once again, there's a lot of commentary, like you said, like y'all niggas is being called names for saying it's wild.
What's wild? Oh, the trade?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but it's just like you said though, like I don't think people have the knowledge of like all of that, the grasp that I think I have on the situation. To me, is just like, wow, I think it's wild. Other people may think it's wild for whatever reason they think it is. Probably like the simple thing that you said, like arms dealer for basketball players.
Yeah, I think that tends to be the very basic sentiment.
Yeah, and I can feel that sentiment, but at the same time, it's just like, bro, this was the initial trade offer, and it still went through. Like, it got blocked. Like, David Stern said no.
I think.
And then David Stern died, and then Adam Silver come into play, and then he just like, okay, we can rock.
I think limiting it or dumbing it down to a trade is what, at least to me, is the funniest thing. It's just like, these are people's lives, and niggas just talk about.
That's what they called it, though.
Niggas talk, I'm hip.
They called that motherfucker a trade.
That's what makes it, at least to me, very hilarious. That like
we did a prison swap.
No one. Well, yeah. See, a prison swap is different than a trade. Like that. Prisoners are prisoners.
But a prisoner swap means that both of these niggas will be in custody, assumingly, anyway.
Yes,
when they get to their respective places.
But we all
know that's not what's happening.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So that's why
it's a trade.
Well, see, that's labor's terms. But from a strictly like political, it's like, yo, one country has another country citizen, the other country has another person's citizen, and they have locked them up for whatever reason. I seen the little 60-minute clip of them doing on. They like, bro, he's one of the biggest threats to humanity. Now, like, I didn't say that. That's what the nigga said on 60 Minutes. So you take that up with them. So, like, to let that nigga go is kind of wild.
His rap sheet pretty wild. His rap sheet crazy.
And I think people...
The wars that he was part of.
And I think for people to kind of just be like, oh, that's not... It's like, come on, like, this is what I'm saying. People are so disingenuous. Like, people won't even just be honest and be like, yeah, like, it's kind of unprecedented that this happened, but hey, you know, we're living. It's so much easier to just say that than to be like, well, you know, he's not that dangerous right now. Like, I've literally seen people.
I seen niggas say that.
I literally see people be like, well,
niggas say that too. And they were just like, you know, Russia got to do what they got to do first to make sure that America ain't flipping.
I
literally
and all this see
and
people
all that.
say
that
like, his standing in the world isn't this. It's like, yes, he's been in jail for X amount of years, so of course it is not. But he was literally the biggest at a certain point, and that's why they locked his ass up.
And the fact that he's been in jail for as long as he has, and he wasn't flipped. Because if he got flipped, they probably would have been said, yeah, we can send you. We'll trade you.
Listen, I don't think anybody is mad Brittany Griner is home, but I think like for people to act like this isn't like a thing that is like shocking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's what I'm saying. Everyone is disingenuous. And like for people to be like, yo.
Man, Africa and West Africa going through endless coups right now.
And also for people to be like, yo, like, don't trade her. It's like, buddy, if your folks was out there and they said they was going to trade one of your folks for somebody else, you would be with it. Like, fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear
No matter who said person.
I'm not trying to hear like, oh,
Fact.
like, if we doing the whole America thing, she's an American. So, like, yes, bring her ass back.
Bring
like,
our citizens.
like, what are you talking about? And then also the last part, which is just everything is funny to me. I don't take anything serious. Is the Marine, bro? Like they really at first, because first of all, when this first started, no one knew about him, and then when Brittany was getting a little too much pub, niggas was like, whoa, 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 we got other niggas locked up too. And then they try to make him part of the story.
Talking about the Marine that got caught spying.
Yeah, and they try to make him part of the story.
No, nigga, you weren't good at your job. You got something.
And and like, if I was him,
Stuff for the law, but
it's just like, buddy, imagine giving your life to the country as a military person, and you just hear, because you know they're not gonna tell him the truth. Like, you know he's gonna have to wait till his family sends him a letter, or I don't even know if he's able to get those or whatever. But
damn well, this nigga
they said they had to talk to him in like 2 years, and this
no
was like
communication with the outside.
And this was
world.
like an
Yeah,
interview
nigga,
I had
gulag.
seen 2 years ago.
Nigga,
Because I had,
you and me.
there's an interview I seen this year of a clip they did in 2020 about the family saying they hadn't talked to him in 2 years. So, I'm just curious, like, if they do, like, send him, you know, like, what is he finding out? Because you know they gotta be lying to Cuz. You know they gotta be like, bro, they traded. You know they gotta be hitting him with the like, yo, they didn't even care about you, bro. They was like, yo, bring
I can
her
only
back.
imagine what the actual verbiage they used to say to him.
You know the Russians
describe
are
what
getting
happened.
crazy with
Hey
it.
boy, what? All types of homophobic racial slurs. That's who they traded for you.
Oh, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, they gotta make it crazy. You know, Russians, they gotta make it wild. He in a gulag. So he dead
Yeah,
ass in Siberia, bro. Like I was saying that jokingly, but he's dead ass in Siberia, bro. Like he's gone. Like family ain't talked to that nigga in 2 years.
Russia's a wild place.
2 years ago at that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was in the clip, so I don't know if,
4 years.
That's what I'm saying. You know, maybe in the last 2 years they've had more contact, but in the clip that I seen, it was a 2020 clip. The family was saying how
Nigga probably dead. I ain't mean to say that like as harshly as it came off, but realistically speaking,
Possibly. Shit.
like you get caught spying, you are a United States Marine. Come on now.
I mean, me personally, I'm not mad at like I said, I'm not mad at anybody. I hope Brittany could acclimate back to society and, be whatever she gotta be, but that should be stressful, man. Like life is
She got to pull old Matic and just duck out.
I don't know, man.
I think she either gonna be super burnt out and take the cannabis thing full on, like be the face of that shit, or she just gonna be super activist and just hoop. I don't think there's any in between.
You know.
Nah, I mean, what is the in between?
She take a year off, gather herself,
Nope.
and then go from there.
She better get back in the league.
She just did 10 months.
You know how nasty this is gonna be.
Like,
Sadly,
I'm not talking to nobody.
You know what I'm saying? She did a lot of time, bro.
Bro, she did 10 months.
shit.
Like, are you tripping, bro?
It's a lot of time.
Like, I'm not talking to people, bro. Like, I'm dead ass, like, bro, like, I'm finally home. I just want to give her my folk. She didn't even really like the camera, like, camera phones in her face in the jumps. And I'm like, she was like, bro, chill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, son. Take a year off, gather yourself, come back, and then we can talk about this shit. Run the check up
WNBA,
then.
man.
The check gonna be way more vicious in a year anyway.
They win. It's about time the WNBA wins, man.
No, fuck that. If I was her, I'm suing the WNBA.
Now they got-
They the reason I'm in Russia.
Yeah, they are the reason. But you can't sue them niggas with that.
Shit, pain and suffering, nigga. Fuck that.
Pay us more. We wouldn't have been over there.
Facts.
But my nigga, that first game back. Listen, man, you getting views now. Niggas said WNBA need the views. Here we go. First game back.
That's nasty.
It's very nasty. It's very fucking
That's the
nasty.
nastiest shit I heard in weeks.
Big views. I'm telling you.
Will Barton play for y'all? That's all right.
Baltimore.
The fact that you want views for this is nasty.
I don't want views for it.
That's what I'm saying.
How many people knew or even cared that she was in the WNBA prior to this, right? And now you come home.
Well, that's a. I
and
had this
then
conversation
niggas
this
is
week.
gonna be like, yo.
I had this conversation this weekend. She became much more famous off of this.
That's what I'm saying. So now, cool. Oh, Brittany Griner's first game back. Niggas is tuning in, bro. My grandmother texted me, Chris. Sorry, Musa. My grandmother texted me and said, Brittany is free. It was 8 a.m., bro.
That's probably like the third time you've ever called me Musa.
It's doing. I'm 30. I got you. We got 70-year-old women that don't know shit about the WNBA, so just tuned into this shit. She's
But
going,
that's the thing. Do you think it'll equate to
just the first game.
interesting? No, I think that's it. No, I dead ass.
Playoffs. Brittany Griner's playing.
I definitely think it's an
mid-season.
interesting idea though,
They play like 30 games.
Yeah.
because it's just like
Game
it.
one.
It makes you think like, is celeb really that important in our society?
Yeah.
Bro, they've been talking about this for, like you said, 10 months. 10 months.
Nah, man. Well, listen. I'm pro BG being home, so shout out to her. That makes me think about another case that has been in the news. Tory versus Meg, they are in full-fledged with that case. That case is
That's a good J right there.
in
Even Ash. That
full-fledged
boy rolled up.
nasty mode.
I don't know nothing about that. Give me him, Charles. Give me the highlights.
I haven't really tapped in. All I know is that
Give me some.
Megan Thee Stallion is being accused of getting kicked out of Kylie Jenner's party with Tory after a fight started when her best friend Kelsey found out that Meg went behind her back to sleep with
I'm
Tory
aware.
and Simmons in debate.
Oh.
yeah. See, I don't know shit about
This changes things.
what Meg and what Tory got going on. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm very tired of it, personally.
Like 3 years, right?
Bro, they've been doing that shit forever. It feels like I have nothing for
I
it.
have absolutely nothing for it, bro.
I mean, Tory getting spins now. I mean, he's never stopped getting spins, but because they definitely played him Saturday night in Brick.
I'm tired of it because it's like, yo, the people who have decided what they feel have decided what they feel.
Mhm.
There's no like, hey, this is
Damn,
this-
quarter public opinion has.
There's no evidence that's gonna make anybody say, hey, this isn't what it is. And for me, that's kind of whack. It's just like, yo, at this point, I'm over it.
Scott Tyler.
Lock this nigga up or set him free, and let's keep this pushing.
What they doing to Meg if Tory's innocent?
He
What do you
probably
mean?
gonna counter sue.
Defamation?
But I don't think she has actually ever said anything. She's never actually said anything by him by name.
She said this nigga shot me.
Yeah, well, she didn't.
This nigga.
I mean, we know who she's talking about.
Well, yeah, I guess if he could prove that, sure. But I don't. Once again, this is,
Lawyers are getting paid a lot of money right now.
bro. This should be out of my pay grade, bro.
Facts. Like I'm not that well versed in law.
I don't know that much about it. I just want everybody to just be. Moving on from Meg and Tory, I hope that gets situated. I hope you guys all leave it where it is. Y'all seen these fired nurses on TikTok?
You said fired.
Yeah, so these nurses
Okay.
got fired on TikTok.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Got fired
I
because
do know them.
they made a TikTok,
Thought
not
this nigga
fired nurses.
Yeah, but you
These
said
nurses
fired.
got fired because they made a TikTok,
Complaining about patients.
yeah,
Yeah.
complaining about their icks.
Mm-hmm. Patient X.
So my question,
Bitch is stupid.
They're what?
Exactly.
their patient ick, think that
And these are like pregnancy
your maternity,
maternity ward nurses. So like they're complaining about like mothers that are like in labor, just gave birth, shit like that, and I'm just like,
What are they complaining about?
the questions. It was like they'd be asking like mad questions.
yeah, one of the asking for like blankets. I know that was one complaint. One was like one shorty was like she didn't want the epidural, and then like she's dilating now. Now she wants epidural. That was one of the complaints. It was just like
Yeah, that was basically like we ain't
a bunch
tryna-
of shit that I don't know nothing about.
It's basically off there like just work complaints. You know how you
Yeah.
complain about random shit at your job that you probably shouldn't, and if you do, you probably should like be quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
They were very loud about it. So.
Yeah. Like the things that like Allah knows my heart.
They're bad vibes.
Yeah.
That's bad vibes.
As a
You think so?
Yeah, I do actually.
as a podcast.
Tell us
that's-
why. I mean, I'm saying you've
I
had
mean, like,
friends-
why are you? Why are you like okay? Right, you're not supposed to complain about shit at your job, right? This is different. You're bringing a whole fucking life in, bro. Like, why are you mad that someone needs something in order for them to feel better to push this fucking kid up?
No, that's real shit.
Like, why are you making fun of that at this
or
point?
after.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why is this your job then? If you're mad that, you know what I'm saying, a woman needs a towel. Yes. Okay, I didn't want an epidural. Shit got real. I need the epidural now. Why are you making fun of that shit? I don't get it. Nurses are bad vibes. Are these travel nurses, the BBL nurses?
Wow.
It has to be.
Nah, I think these were like
No.
older just.
Are these
women.
nurses have kids? Did they not give birth? Did they not go through this themselves? They're bad vibes.
I'm gonna say, that's why I be letting people who
It's bad
feel
vibes.
closer to this situation talk about it. 'Cause,
I mean, like we
ain't
talk
getting
about on
it.
podcasts all the time
Ain't
about how
getting
like black and brown women mortality during pregnancy as
I'm about to
well.
say.
So it's just like
Why are
mean,
you making
my-
fun of that, bro?
my thing about my
Fucking
thing is that
nuts.
me personally, I'm gonna keep 100. Like this, what people do. Like people do stuff like that. So I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but like the notion, the notion that like people aren't making comments about other people's jobs and as far as like what they think is right or wrong, I think it's like, yo, that's just for better or for worse, that's how game goes. So it's hard for me to be like, hey, that's just what like this is so much worse than any other because it's just like remember that therapist like over the summer who was saying all that shit about black dudes and they try to get her ass out the way and then niggas just like, why y'all? Oh my goodness! It's just like, yo, you can't be like, people be stressed and people be taking it out. Like people be saying stuff about their jobs. Like not everybody works in a job where the shit they say isn't consequential. Like yo, people giving birth to people, like people who help people give birth. Like yo, they have feel like that's the thing about like they have feelings too. Like you gotta. Because you gotta take that into account when you go to these places and when you do this and that. So like,
because I'm pretty sure the people that hired them or like their superiors were more so like had the same mindset as you. It was just like, why are you in this line of work if this is your mindset?
I mean, but people be wanting to get paid. Like, yeah, that's why people are like, well, if you hate kids, why are you a teacher? Or like, it's just like, yo, because like, I have a job. I need a job. This is the job that has been given to me, and this is the job I'm doing.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this, also like with this sports shit, niggas be like, "Yo, how if you don't love the game?" It's like, yeah, of course I don't love the game, like, but they're paying me millions of dollars to play this, so like,
It's a kid's game, but I'm good at this shit.
I guess I could, keep doing it even if I don't love it that much.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Nigga went to Harvard. Multiple fucking Wall Street job offers when he graduated. Chose to be a backup quarterback his entire NFL career. Now he's a sports analyst.
Yo, like, bro, some people just like
And
doing
gave his
shit.
teammates stock options. Like, just like, oh yeah, you should invest in this, invest in that type shit.
Some people just like doing certain shit, and I would never begrudge somebody for just wanting to do something. Like, I just, in my heart of hearts, I just can't. Like, not everything is for everybody. So if somebody just wants to do something, especially if you're gonna pay them in this society, my brother,
Capitalistic society.
like, buddy, can't be mad. But yeah, that was kind of wild. I actually really wanted your take on the matter. I'm glad niggas got to see how you felt about that. So,
Are the mothers irate? Like I feel like
Yeah.
moms should be irate.
Mothers are kirking.
They're kirking, bro.
Good. These are the BBL nurses.
I don't think they're BBL nurses.
The
Not at
travel
all.
nurses.
Definitely like residency nurses, maybe.
I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it. Yes.
What? Well, hold on.
Sick of
Let's
Spain's black
let's
men.
stay here for a second. What's your issue with BBL nurses?
I have no issue with them. They look alright.
They look alright. So that's where you're at.
I have no issues with the traveling nurses, man.
You seem like you do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Those are nurses that be on the Jones, man.
Be on what joints?
The internet BBL Jones, man. I don't know, man. I'm off the net these days.
I'm about to say how you be off the net, but you
I'm a
know what
new
the
man.
but you know what the BBL nurses
mean,
do.
this
I'm a
is-
sick nigga because
this
I know
is
what
new.
Omatic talking about.
This is new.
They'll be on the Explore page.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean this is new?
Me off the net.
Oh, okay.
These BBL nurses ain't pop up last week, nigga. They been around,
They're like star tenders.
essentially.
Y'all are foolish. I just want y'all to know that.
I'm purifying my soul by staying off the timelines right now.
That's what you're purifying yourself.
I went on a following spree, but somehow the Explore page is still the Explore
Well,
page.
they saying this because what you tap.
Yeah.
Them algos, brother.
I gotta unfollow some of the people I actually
Start liking cars or some shit.
It does. I'm about to say, I'm happy somebody else said it.
Niggas are sick.
I want to say what's
We
up?
typing guns, shoes, sport highlights, all that.
I went on a sports cigar liking spree.
Islam,
It
nigga.
got my shit right.
All of that.
You said I want to sports like it's pretty good.
Sport and cigars. My shit was right after that, man. Hey, man.
So all it takes is one like to fuck. Is that what you just?
Yeah.
No, I was about to say
That's
that
all it
too.
takes is one.
And Shaitan, brother.
Next
You
thing
got-
you know.
You guys are sickos. Is this what y'all should do?
Just gotta unfollow them all, huh?
Speaking of sicko behavior, y'all seen Diddy cop the new baby?
Son, the fact that I walked into work and that was a topic of conversation.
So all right, so let me hear what your coworkers are saying about it.
Hey, son. So I walk into work, right? I'm the only other black male that walks in. So I'm just like, all right, bet. Coworker, other female coworker, she's also of color, black. She asked me, how was your birthday weekend, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. She was like, you heard about your man Diddy? I was like, first of all,
Not my man.
why are you putting people on me? And I'm like, when we start doing that. So she do that, and then head pharmacist walk in, black woman. And she was on the phone with her boyfriend. They talking about the Diddy shit. So I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. It's the topic of the day. And so as soon as they get off the phone, Chris, I'm like, uh-huh. Had to answer for all the black men.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like,
Let me hear what you said.
she was like, you heard about Diddy? I was like, Miss Suzanne, I can't hold you. I've been in a haze of intoxication for the last 2 weeks. I have not been keeping up with pop culture. Give me Shaw. She was like, he had a baby. I was like, oh, that's all right. Congratulations. Now with Carisha. Oh.
He said, "Oh,
Oh. She's like, yeah. How'd that make you feel? I'm
how
like,
that make you feel is crazy." I'm not gonna
son,
hold you.
she always did that, bro. Like, shout out to Mrs. That.
How that make you feel? Is
She was like, how'd that make you feel? I'm like, alhamdulillah for new life.
I like that. I like that.
You know, alhamdulillah for new life.
Okay.
And then she was like, okay. Well, other than that.
Other than that, she's like, get to the real shit. Nigga.
And I was just like, Miss Suzette, I'm not well versed enough to be having comments on such things.
Okay, I like what you did there.
And then she was just like, nah, for real. And I was like,
She said, "Nah, for real." She said, "Nigga, stop playing."
I was like, what she look like?
Oh, so yeah, I was gonna ask, does anybody know?
I don't know what she looked like. She said, I don't know. I was like, well, at that point, I paused my opinion.
I love that.
I was like, until I can see, I can compare her and Carisha, be on some real nigga shit. I can't give you a real
He's like,
opinion.
if that's what you really want.
Yeah, like if you want a real nigga opinion, like an actual Negro opinion, what they look like? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Manic, do you have any takes on this?
Well, this is slightly news to me.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
son, it was news to
I
me
mean,
too,
not
bro.
on the net. I feel like I seen a tweet get sent in one of the few group chats that I'm still in. But it's just like, it's not Carisha. Who the fuck's baby is it, bro? And what the fuck is Carisha saying? And what are the Carisha supporters
I know Carisha been
saying
going
about
crazy
it?
on the timeline lately on the Twitter machine because I've been seeing some tweets that's been retweeted, and she's actually, I feel like she's been trending too. So
Academics said some shit about like Diddy got all the side chicks or some shit. Like he got he's like some basically just hyping
King
up
side chick stuff.
some some
They
shit like
saying
that.
that she didn't know.
I don't know. Bro, you know I don't know these things.
I don't
just-
know.
You
these
brought it up,
shit,
buddy.
bro.
I'm just. I know I bring up
thought you had
the. No. You know me. I just
This is
poke around.
interesting. Like, is she cool with this?
Yeah.
Did she
from
know about
From the
this?
tweets that I've seen, she's been cool with it.
Wow. I want to know what the supporters have to say.
Son, bro, like,
What do you mean?
She
wanna
got
know
a
what the
bench.
I want
supporters
to know what the
So
toxic
she got a
women have
bench
to
truck
say.
and some other shit. She got a TV
That's
show
what
out
I'm
the
saying.
deal. Like, bro, like
She sure
she's
did.
good,
So
bro.
what
Like,
are the women
why would
say?
she be beefing?
I want to know what the women that fuck with her got to say.
What do you mean by that?
Like, are you supporting her for dating a nigga that just had a baby?
Because I literally thought that in my mind. Like, what do you mean by
They
that?
saying they don't do that.
Mm.
So are we now? We're giving Carisha a pass because the nigga is a
Son, but the
millionaire,
women have
billionaire.
also been stamping that cheating is a rich man's sport. Diddy is a very rich man.
That's fine, but like, are they standing by Carisha right now? That's really what I want to know.
Not are they standing by
Like,
Carisha?
Like, are we like,
are y'all her
yes,
support system?
go stink? Are we still doing that? Like, go. Like,
Not ghost stink. Did you
I
just
have
say
someone I
ghost
need
stink?
to ask about this.
I have someone I need to ask about
Now,
this.
this is great.
Ask them and let us know. Report back.
I will.
This man said ghost stink. Did anyone just hear him?
Yeah,
Are
go.
they still doing that? That's
Bro.
where I'm stuck at, Charles. Are they still doing that?
Like that ass, bro. She just had the baby on him,
Should be on it.
or he had the baby on her.
What do you mean?
You want to cry in the Corolla or Maybach
I
truck?
just want to know.
Oh, shit.
Are the supporters still riding?
I feel
No
like
matter,
they
would you
are.
rather cry in a Corolla or Maybach?
Really don't matter for me.
Yes, that's emotional
My
growth.
tears
As
are
long
my
as I
tears,
cry,
my
as long
nigga.
as I get it out.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as I
bro.
get it out.
The fucking seat ain't gonna matter where I'm at, nigga. I just need to get that shit out. The fuck?
Hey, sure, get your
I
man.
respect
The
it.
pain is the same.
Hey, son, you
bro.
are really growing. I love
I
this.
don't got time, bro.
I don't got time.
That's really what it comes down to.
Pain is
ain't
the
it?
same.
In fact,
The pain is the
The
same.
pain is
bro.
the pain.
The fuck. Whatever.
No, the pain is the same. It's killing me.
that's what I'm saying. Bro. The tears are the tears.
Tears have stopped, my nigga. Like, I'm just be in a car, like, crying regardless. The fuck, man. You choosing the Maybach guy?
For sure.
The pain isn't the pain, huh?
Like what? If you're gonna
Shirley said, absolutely.
If you're gonna give me options, then yeah, I'm gonna take the one that's.
Give me the roller. Give me 200K miles on that bitch, man. Low maintenance.
I just don't see why I
Was
was.
the roller fully loaded?
I just don't see why I would subject myself.
We both got heated seats, right?
A to B,
I
baby.
just don't see why I would subject myself to pain and poorness.
So
Like,
what's your-
I just
Pain
don't-
and poverty.
It just
Not
doesn't
the
make,
double
it
P.
makes,
So what you're
it
ultimately
makes
saying?
no sense to me.
What you're ultimately
It makes
saying
no
is
sense to
your
me.
team Carisha here. Like you're vibing
Yes.
with her.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
know where her.
Charles is
okay.
definitely.
I don't
Team
really know what
Carisha.
her issue would be personally.
You don't know what her
I
issue
said the
would be?
same thing.
Like the nigga Diddy is literally Kim Porter has been God rest peace her
God
soul,
rest his soul.
has been dead for years now, and the man be like, "Yo, the love of my life
It's Kim
is
Porter.
in like every year on her birthday and every like 3-4 times."
Son, this
a year.
nigga was when she was alive. He was dating other women,
Like-
and saying that the love
love
of my
his
life is Kim Porter.
So like the man seems to be very
He's very
honest.
consistent.
He seems to be very consistent and honest with what he feels. Like he loves Kim Porter. She's not around, and
Hey, y'all
everyone
just gonna
seems
get
to
in where y'all fit in.
Yeah, everyone's about to be who they are. Like
I'm
so,
with y'all.
I don't really see how like now I would be out here like. I listen. What
You got a TV show, a Maybach truck. Hey, shorty, you good?
I think about most relationships is that like people lie to people.
This nigga got another baby, son.
Bro, all right, so that
That's
was my
nuts.
question. What's more wild? Him
That's
having a baby
nuts.
at 50 or the fact that maybe Carisha didn't know about it?
Okay. now the debate begins.
I'm gonna
Now the debate
If
begins.
the Risha ain't know, it's easily that. Man.
Yeah, for
Like, it's-
sure.
No,
you-
having
it's-
a baby at 50 is way more.
niggas be having kids. Oh,
Son, did he be out here? He's a spry 50.
oh my god! Did y'all? We talked about the show. We talked about when he was on, right? A while ago. This nigga on the show was like he wanted more kids. That's nasty. With the Carisha.
Knowing he had kids coming on the way.
Oh my god, that's foul, bro.
Is it?
And he said plural. Watch him put one in her. Like fuck it, yeah. I just wild out.
Yeah, bro.
Throw one in you.
Think
real
so?
quick.
She already got 2 kids.
She do, but she was on. They was both on that Kiki and hard about more kids. This nigga had the one off. Well, I don't even know. It's not even one off for that nigga no more. But he had the kid by somebody else, and they said kids.
They say kids.
That's wild.
If Carisha get one of them, son, she got Southside and Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nigga, what?
I feel as though we just know too much about these people's lives, man. Like, I shouldn't know this much
Is why I'm doing what I'm doing now, bro. I don't want to know what's going
about
on.
Diddy, Carisha, and everybody else in between. Like,
I don't want to know what's going on. I'm sick of it.
you sick of it?
Yeah, I am actually.
Why are you sick of it?
I'm just like I don't care. I rarely cared, right?
Gotta
But
be.
I think I just really over it all.
Are you like off some like you're just getting older, so you're just off
Am
of
I
shit,
getting older?
or is there like another issue at hand?
I don't think I have an issue, and I think I just
Wow.
I think I'm just tired of the internet. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of so many opinions on so much shit. It's too much to keep up with. Oh, I feel like I was bogged down, man.
Bogged down with what?
Just a lot, man. Like trying to keep up with all that shit, all the internet shit, right? Several group texts, like way too many group texts. I just had to step back, like, damn, I'm in too much shit. Like I'm just keeping up in each one. I feel like just information overload as well.
I can see that.
Of shit of shit that's not even important, right?
Okay.
Like a Carisha and Diddy baby is not important.
But you just said you were intrigued though.
I'm intrigued to see what the followers have to say about it, like her fans and the women that are so X, Y, and Z about my man can't have this kid on me and all this other shit. I wouldn't be with him type shit. But then here you go. You got this Carisha lady that y'all love so much. Just
But
had a
that's the thing.
baby.
Is
on
it
her.
fair to just say like all the women just love her so much?
No. That's why I said her following.
Okay.
Her
you're,
fans.
You're saying very particular to the group
Yeah,
of
I
people.
want to know those type of people, man.
But do you think? Because here's the thing, though. I always find it, at least for me, difficult to do something like that and then be a fan or like someone like Kanye West music and then be like, all right, he's doing all this X, Y, shit, Z shit, and then someone be like, well, you like Kanye. It's like, yeah, I like Kanye, but I like the music. I don't, like, do these people like Carisha or do they like Young Miami? And I think that's the one thing I always get kind of, especially in this day and age, like, do we actually like these people as artists or as basketball players, or are we enamored with their actual lives and we think we know them? Because we don't know them. We really don't. Like, I know you, I know Shirley, I know Mook. So I could be like, all right, XYZ, someone has a baby on somebody's, it'd be like, yo, that's kind of, or someone, it'd be like, oh, I mean, that's part of the course. Versus these people, like, we're inferring a lot of stuff. We're deciding a lot of things. And I always say this, bro, people are doing this shit to get paid, bro. So I always wonder about that slippery slope. But I'm team Carisha. I'm team Diddy. Make it right. Make it work, you guys.
Forever Team Carisha.
I want everyone to be together forever. Love is a beautiful thing, and I want everybody to experience it in its most totalist form.
In its totality, huh?
Yeah, I guess whatever the perfect or right word for that description would be. This is the part of the episode where we do a little sports talk. So we're gonna start with the football.
I got a surprise take for you when we get to college basketball.
So, all right, Charlie, talk to us real quick. Oh, wow, that's actually a good one. All right,
waiting to come back to work, huh?
Let's finish with Coach. Let's finish a little. Let's finish with
What
Coach.
we call that on Madden?
Let's finish with Coach Prime because I want to get to.
I ain't gonna
I want to
say
get to what you call it real quick. I want to get to some NFL takes because I know Amatic is dying to get to some of
I'm
those.
not actually.
Every week we've been deciding who are our kind of Super Bowl contenders or front runners, right?
Yeah.
And I have been adamant that it is a Eagles Vikings with the 49ers as a contender. You have been big on the Cowboys and the 49ers. Mook has been big on the
Eagles and Cowboys.
Eagles and Cowboys. So, me personally, I'm going to maybe change things up. I'm going Eagles and 49ers. I think the Vikings are
pretty up north, huh?
I think the Vikings are a decent team, but I keep telling y'all, like
That point
Kirk
differential
Cousins-
is wild.
Kirk Cousins is not good to me, and I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I just cannot believe in it. No matter what the Giants have, the Vikings have been looking for a quarterback for 5 years, and I just don't understand how they keep paying this guy. They keep giving him all this money. They keep getting into all these situations, and he keeps never coming through. What did I say like 2 weeks ago? If they had Jared Goff on their team, I'd be more
inclined
to believe that they would go further. Moving to the AFC, as I watch Buffalo Bills highlights, I love how the Buffalo Bills are currently the number 1 seed in the AFC. Have I think the second highest point differential in the NFL, and this is the point of the season where people are now starting to ask, oh, we don't know about the Bills. Like, that is I love how now people are concerned about the Bills. Now people don't know. But when week 6, week 5, week 4 was telling you guys, come on, man.
Charles, if we were being honest, preseason.
When I was telling y'all, like,
You called that man the white Cam Newton.
I did.
Slim.
And I will stand on that. And I stand on that. Cam Newton has the most games in NFL history for a quarterback with a rushing and passing touchdown. You know who's 4th or 5th on that list? Josh Allen with 24. Cam Newton is 4th with 41. I believe Steve Young is 3rd at 30, 35 or 39 or 38. And Aaron Rodgers is 3rd randomly at like 30. So my point is, I love how, and you know what? Now I'm actually kind of fake pulling for the Bills. Like, I kind of want to see them do good now because I'm glad that you guys finally are learning to listen to me because that's what I like. I like when people listen to me. That's good. But more importantly, it's Patrick Mahomes. It's like, bro, it's Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow for me. Like, I don't understand how anybody don't think those two dudes are the front runners to be in the AFC title game again. Personally, it seems like for me personally, it seems like that makes the most sense.
That was gonna be my AFC switch this week. Mahomes, and I gotta throw the LSU boys in there.
Yeah,
bro.
I really think
somehow these niggas keep winning.
I really think Burrow. I think Burrow, like, as much as I love Mahomes, it's one of those things where, like, Burrow seems to have the results or he seems to have his number. He's beat him the last 3 times they played.
Yeah.
Beat him last year in the regular season, beat him the AFC title game, and beat him again this year in the regular season. It's 3 times. I'm just saying. And one time at Arrowhead in the playoffs.
All this year, too.
Yeah.
All within the calendar year. So I'm just saying, like, Burrow
3 times in 365.
I know people. My man Cortez would hate to be said, but like I'm big on like, yo, some people got people's numbers. Like sometimes you see somebody, you like, nah, he can't beat me. And I know this isn't basketball where like they actually guard each, but there's something about being the quarterback on the other side and being like, I'm not losing today. It's not happening.
That's the point. That's the point guard.
Me and my guys, we're gonna do this. Just give me the ball when I need a chance. So I am.
And that joint in the playoffs last year was crazy.
Yeah, I'm a big Joe Burrow. Like, I think Mahomes is the best quarterback in football, and I think that fight for number 2 has Joe Burrow at the top. So it's like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. All those guys are like fighting to be number 2.
Joe Burrow should be an MVP.
And I think, for sure. And I think Joe Burrow is the highest of the 2s, in my opinion, personally. I'm a big Joe Burrow guy.
Nigga went to the Super Bowl his 2nd year.
Got sacked 50 times.
And his first year starting.
Offensive line was shite. The offense
so bad you got to say it in a different language.
Revamped it, and after the first 3 to 4 weeks, has been looking beautiful. So, yeah, I'm really digging the.
And with injuries,
I'm really digging the Bengals, and I'm really digging
running
the
back
Chiefs.
go down. Say less.
Dark horse, the Ravens. I think if Lamar gets back, I think that defense can be good. I really do. I really believe that defense can be good.
The secondary starting to play now.
I think Roquan Smith is a sneaky big pickup, and I think he will solidify that defense, make Patrick Queen a better player, and I think
NFLSU.
You'll look up and you'll be like, wow, this Ravens defense is starting to look like a Ravens defense again. So I'm not picking them.
Health in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean they've been healthy for the most. Humphreys and Peter's been there.
Yeah, but they ain't get healthy like all of them. Like they ain't start playing together till like week 6, 7.
I can't call the secondary at all. So I just thought they were just being bad. I thought they got their shit together
Them niggas
as
was
of
hurt.
recently. So
They were definitely hurt.
Whole team hurt.
Yeah.
I thought that's why they got Roquan, because they didn't have no linebackers. So I did not know.
Was hurt.
I didn't know the secondary. Once again, I don't care about the Ravens that much. So, but like I said,
The only thing Lattimore was out there the whole season.
Yeah, I don't think he's played at all. So like that's what I'm saying. Guys who don't play, I don't count them. It's just like, yeah, you're not here. So like, I can't.
Marcus Peters, he definitely didn't play like the first 5, 6
No,
weeks.
he played a whole. Marcus Peters been there. Marcus Peters been there from the jump. He didn't play last year. That's the whole shit.
Okay, yeah,
He just
definitely.
started mad slow. But that's the thing. Like Dobbins, for example,
That nigga
starts the
was bad.
season, leaves for 3 to 4 or 5 games, and then he comes back and has 120 yards.
Yep.
Has 120 yards last on Sunday. So like, I think the offense is more. I think the offense is the bigger. When we talking about injuries, Bateman, Lamar now, the running backs. I think
They've had shit luck.
the offensive linemen, like I think Mark Andrews been hurt. I think the offense is what's been banged up. The defense is just like, all right, we finally getting our shit together.
Hurt now.
And that's what I'm saying. I think Lamar will get back, and I think they're a dark horse. But like I said, I love the Eagles, and I really love the 49ers. You can book that for the NFC title game for Chuck right now. The Cowboys can barely beat the Texans. Cowboys will cowboy. I feel bad for Brady. I feel bad for Brady, but
Barely beat Detroit.
Detroit's good.
They are.
Detroit's 6-7, and they've been like. It's funny. They're 5
That game.
They're 5-1 in their last 6, and they've been blowing people out. They were 1-6 in their first 7, and they were losing close games.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the mark of a good team.
Facts. You got me.
Like
Touche,
they're
brethren.
winning close, and now they're not winning close games. They're blowing like they're not the Giants. The Giants were winning close games, and now they're getting blown out. And all the games that they lose, they're not even competitive. They're getting blown the fuck out because they're not that good of a team.
They didn't get in scoring position.
Eagles dusted their ass. And if Washington had a more competent quarterback, Washington wins that game 2 weeks ago. That tie is really. I hope Washington gets in the playoffs because I think that tie was nasty, and I think they shouldn't have had that. Let's do college basketball. Who got the college basketball take? Someone said something about the college.
I said I had a sneaky basketball take for you. I said you would be very happy for this one.
Talk to me. What's the college?
I gave UConn taking that thing this year.
Yeah, this is one of those. College basketball to me is one of the joints where
Slim, I actually watched a full UConn game the other day. Slim, that big.
I watched them in the beginning of the season.
Sam,
they
big
was in
fool,
Maui.
y'all.
Was they in
Big
Maui?
fool, y'all got at center.
I think they was in Maui. I watched them. Yeah, no. Listen,
Slim,
I like what
and
you.
then
I like what
y'all got
Huntley,
y'all guards back.
I like what Hurley is doing.
Yeah.
I like what where the team is at.
Y'all got y'all guards back. Y'all
It's just
play
too.
inside,
It's
outside.
too early. We're not in conference play yet. We gotta get.
No,
we gotta
hip.
get in conference play before I really start being like,
Sound dope, but
all right, this is what these
Nah,
teams look
son.
like. Because even though
the way that y'all play though, cuz
I like it, but the non-conference schedule, wow, is much more wide open in college basketball now than ever. It doesn't lead to me looking at teams and saying like, oh,
but y'all
this,
lost one in Maui, right?
no, I think they're
Yeah, ain't
undefeated.
losing Maui.
They're undefeated. I don't know if they were in Maui, but I know they played one of those preseason tournament joints, and that's where I was watching them.
Or did y'all play Michigan State on the jump on the carry?
No, that was Kentucky, Duke, and Gonzaga, I believe. I'm just saying, like, I want to get into AAC play, and then I'll be like, okay, this is what this team looks like. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. That would be for me personally.
I got y'all, bro.
That's when I would be like, all right, this is what this team looks like. This is what we're.
Y'all got size, speed, and guard play.
Yeah, I mean, it's listen. I want to wait a little bit. Give me like mid.
Because that's your squad.
Give me mid J. I'm not. Listen, we've been shite for some time now, so I need to work my way back into believing. I believe.
I'm just saying this because
But I don't believe.
Play, like, I actually watched the whole game, and I'm like, hey,
I've seen them play this season. I don't think they're
these
bad.
niggas are
I don't think they're bad. I
these
just
boys
don't know.
good,
I
man.
just don't know if it's something that I'm looking back in March and when we're bounced out before the second weekend, I'm like, people are like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, well, you know, this is what. So I like to be a little tempered with my
But you
college
said-
basketball.
Hold on. With that one thing you always repeat though, that win in the 20 time though.
Guard play, man.
Exactly.
No, for sure we got the
And y'all
guards.
got the guards.
So
And
yeah,
then y'all
I'm not
got Big
worried.
Cuz in the middle now.
I'm not bad.
And he went what? He
We'll
went
see.
like 14 for 14
We'll
last night?
we'll see.
Come
We'll
on,
see.
Sam. Like,
We'll
Sam,
see.
y'all-
We will see.
Nah, y'all got the best pick and roll game in the nation. I can
Before we
stand
get to
that.
the NBA takes, we're getting closer to the point where the NBA season is really about to like start to matter, in my opinion. And I think the Warriors had a really big win versus the Celtics, man. I think that win was huge. I think if the Warriors have a really breakout part of the second half of the season, people might look back and be like, "Oh, that's the game that did it for them." Because beating the best team in basketball thoroughly,
Was that on the road?
I can't remember off the top of my head. But being the best team in
If it's on the
basketball,
road, it means more to me
okay, I can respect that.
because they've been shit on the road.
If you could do that while you're kind of regrouping and getting your shit together, I think that bodes well for what your future has in store for a team with so much experience. Like Klay Thompson was playing vintage defense versus Jason Tatum. And
Damn,
I said it earlier.
matched up against JT.
I said it earlier.
He
Yeah,
said he had him in hell.
Wiggins ain't play. I said it earlier. Some people just match up well versus other people. And maybe this is one of those things where
Got your number.
Jason Tatum, the Warriors just got his number. I think the West is super wide open. The Suns are now who we thought they were, and I'm glad because no good thing should happen to Chris
I don't know
Paul.
if it's you or Maddox been saying that for like 2 years.
Me, I don't want Chris Paul to prosper. I'm sorry. Also, that Kanye thing was so hilarious. When Kanye was like, "Yo, Chris Paul's fucking my wife, or my ex-wife," it was pretty fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. And now look at him. The demise is happening. Everyone who went against Kanye has seen the demise happen. I'm just putting it out there, bro.
Talk about a Kardashian curse.
The Kanye curse is more real, so keep it 100. So let's go to the Dion. I think those are all the bad. Any more NBA takes I got?
I have no NBA takes.
No, I think we're good.
Start hitting these fucking
Parlays.
parlays, guys.
Yo,
Halliburton.
we better start atting y'all niggas at
Fuck,
halftime.
bro.
Better start atting y'all niggas at halftime. Like, I
You
need
know you
X.
checking your phones at halftime.
I need XYZ, my nigga. Like, stop playing.
Everything's hit right now. Except
But
for you,
Halliburton.
Tyler.
And
2 assists is all I needed.
that's crazy.
Punk ass. Fuck.
You kind of wild for that one. Let's get to what you call it.
I got nothing for Dion.
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
Good for him.
So straight up, good for him. You went to an HBCU, so
I
you can speak to
did.
this a little bit
No,
more
I
than.
don't even think it's this big of
go to
a
college.
deal, bro. It's just like your man sought out after this job and basically said, "Listen, if these niggas come at my door, I'm going." The niggas came at his door. He left. He told niggas what it was since day one. And niggas are pissed. I'm hearing the HBCU niggas are really pissed. And it's just like, cool. Dion is one guy, bro. He's not going to save the face of all HBCU athletics. He's one man, son. He's gone. He went there.
Deion going to HBCU's got 3 other coaches' head jobs. So
So now that he's gone, it got to stop. If anything, he probably opened the door. Just because he's gone, I mean, that shit got to
I
stop.
mean, but Hugh Jackson was at West Ham before that.
Niggas was there. Niggas was coaching out here.
Hugh Jackson's still there though.
Dion's Dion, though, so I get it. But, again, what he got the contract 3 years ago. He said, listen, nigga, these niggas come my way, I'm out.
When I found out he was giving half his salary back to build up the jump,
How could you be mad at this
I was
guy?
just like, bro, like
You think
did
he's
what
done?
He did what he was supposed to do.
You think he's going to be done down there? I don't think he's going to be done.
I don't either.
So it's just like, why is niggas mad, bro? And he said this shit over it. That's really where I start and stop with all this shit.
What you mean?
He told niggas, listen, these niggas come, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Power 5 calls, I'm
I
gone.
mean, he was getting Power 5 calls before, I feel like.
You know what I'm saying? He
Before the Jackson State joint, he just wanted to go to Jackson State.
did well.
No, I think he wanted. I think the thing. So here's my take on the Dion. People are disingenuous. Like, if there's anything I feel people are disingenuous. Dion Sanders never wanted to be anything but a head coach. He wasn't about to go be an assistant coach at Florida State. He wasn't about to go be a defensive back coach
And
at Alabama. Like, that's not what Dion was doing. Dion is a head coach. He is I am the leader. I am the show. That's what Dion does. So
I'm prime.
he did
baby.
it. He did it when his kids was in high school, and he was the coaching them at whatever IMG Academy. Like that's what he does. Dion is the show, and that's the story. Jackson State knew this. Jackson State is not one of these storied HBCU football programs. They're not Grambling. They're not Southern. They don't have this cherished history of Hall of Famers and this and that. They are a good, solid HBCU situation. That's what's up. They wanted Dion because they knew what Dion would bring them, and Dion wanted a job as a head coach without having to wait in the ranks. Perfect marriage for both people. Dion ended up bringing the number one recruit in the nation to an HBCU.
Decommitting.
Like that's a fact. Like there's no like, and I'm not talking about people keep talking about like, oh no, I'm talking about something tangible. The number one recruit in the nation played at an HBCU for a year.
At a skill position.
His son was like a top 100, 300, whatever player.
Both sons.
End up playing in an HBCU. He went 12-0.
Oh yeah, one is top 1 overall. One is top 1 at his position.
They went 12-0, won a championship.
Nigga lost 4 games, bro.
In the 3 years he's there, he's done. I would argue pretty good for a coach.
Pretty good.
Some people could say he could have done more.
Okay.
I saw the 60-minute clip where he was like, "Yo, if a Power 5
humans are
offers,
really ungrateful.
if a Power 5 offers me, I'll leave." He was like, he was talking about all the sacrifices he made. The salaries he gave his salary to pay, this and that for so
And he been stamped that it was other shit that was gonna come out when he left. Other shit came out when he left.
If the man has been honest with himself and others to say, hey, this is what we doing, XYZ, how can I be mad at him for now making the decision to leave? Once again, I didn't go to HBCU, so maybe this doesn't touch my soul in the way it touches other people's soul.
I ain't go to college.
But to me,
Strictly
I don't
business
think
to me.
I don't think Dion should be held in any more regard than any other college football coach. And people were talking about like, oh, Dion said God came. Well, maybe God did tell him to come there. Maybe God did tell him, and he said, now God also told me once you get this offer from one of these schools, that will let you know that will mean that you finish your job here.
Do what's best for you, my son.
Like that's what I love how people try to play the God like, oh God, like all right, like yeah, all right, let's be funny, ha ha ha. Like if Dion didn't come there, decided never to go, you would have an issue too. If Dion decided to maybe go somewhere like, God forbid, North Dakota State or some small FCS D22 school and do some of the same shit he did, and people gonna be like, he couldn't have done it. Listen, Dion is a fucking show. Dion did that shit at Florida State, so.
Nigga had a whole blog for the 3 years he was at Jackson State.
I'm hard pressed to believe that Dion Primetime couldn't make some shit shake.
He called
in the middle of West Bubblefuck.
So he called that he was going to get Cuz to transfer the wide receiver.
I'm just in the mindset that Dion Primetime got a little bit more juice than I think some of y'all are really trying to give the man. But that's just,
as an LSU fan, nigga Saban won the chip. Stepped the next year. Went straight to Bama.
No, he went to the NFL.
Oh yeah, he went to Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then went to Bama. But it's just like, okay, that Miami shit don't count to me. Yeah, he went to Bama, nigga.
Facts.
The ops.
Look, man. All I'm saying is that
Go blue.
oh yeah, it's coming up. Oh,
We can get there.
we might as well finish since we stand on college football. Shout out Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winner.
Oh yeah. friend of the family of the show.
Connection to the show. You may have seen Amira Williams here.
Based on she had us lit at the game too, taking shots and shit.
We heard. We saw.
We conquered.
First DFV a player to win the Heisman. So shout out to him. That's a accomplishment. It's been some good football players from around the way in particular. But shout out to him. And we also get another year of him in college football too. So like Bryce Young, he'll have a chance to actually repeat. And I think he has a good shot because I think USC should be better in theory next year than they were this year.
You would think.
No, they got some skill positions coming in next year. They're supposed to be OC.
That's not their issue.
Mm-hmm.
The issue was fucking defense.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
niggas.
they got skill positions on defense too.
They need them.
I'm talking about like they got corners and safety that's supposed to be.
No, they need the
they need
trenches.
front seven.
Yeah, they need front seven on both sides to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But no, shout out to Caleb Williams. That's a big deal. And they got the bowl game versus Tulane.
I
So
don't watch too much Pac-12.
would love to see what the young man does in the next year. And people talking about he could be the next Patrick Mahomes. I see.
I mean, shit, they be scrambling like him.
He had a lot of good work in the game before the Pac-12 championship where he was doing some very Houdini shit. I think it was versus Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. Who doing
USC
shit?
versus Notre Dame. That's alright.
Yeah, they was playing. He lost my parlay that day too.
What did he do? What he did get?
Everything.
Everything.
Like,
Nigga said everything.
Didn't they crush
nah,
him?
his receivers was bland.
Mm.
Nah, the Notre Dame Jones, I think it was chill. Wasn't no crazy route.
That's what I said. I feel like he be.
They won by
balling.
like 7 or 10.
Not a crazy route.
Okay. Anything other sports related before we?
If they go to the Natty, I'm there. SoFi
Where's the Natty?
Stadium,
Oh, SoFi.
Jan 9th, 7:30.
You're there.
If they go,
You buying a ticket for the game?
I already got the hopper looking at flights.
Do you have a ticket for the game?
I'll let you know December 31st. After the conclusion of
Damn, y'all don't play on the first.
nope,
Mm-mm.
both the games on the 31st. I should at 4. By about 7 o'clock,
You'll know.
I see if I'm gonna look at these tickets and not, man.
It's all right.
Gonna get dogged, but you know,
Georgia play TCU, right?
nope.
Ohio State play TCU.
Mm-hmm. TCU, Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck Georgia. I hope y'all beat them.
Boys are having themselves a time.
I'm not one of them people that rise with their division. Fuck Georgia.
Another OC.
They gonna clap everybody.
They definitely